Good morning and welcome to Love Yourself Spiritual Channel. This is Peggy, and I'm going to go over some of the really exciting things beginning today that are happening astrologically and numerologically, energies that will be affecting our lives over the next couple of weeks. And there's a lot, so I will try to keep to a chronological order and go through them. Today being February 22nd, that is the Master Builder Portal, as 222 in numerology indicates master building. And so this is a really great time to work on some manifestations, especially of a creative or spiritual nature, because 2025, which is the year that we're in, adds up to the number 9, which is wisdom. And so building spiritual understanding and wisdom from the path that you've been walking is going to be, that energy is going to be very present for you to be able to do that over the opening of this portal. And then on the 23rd, which is very exciting for me because I'm a fire sign, Mars goes out of retrograde. It's been in retrograde for quite some time, and Mars energy is fire, passionate energy, and depending on what house in your astrological chart it falls in, it's been having an effect on you. It's actually been in retrograde for quite a long period of time, but it's coming out of retrograde, which is going to put a lot of energy into back into all of our atmosphere. So for me personally, that falls in the house of career and manifesting those types of things out in the world of professional aspects. And so Mars and all fire sign energies are about passion and going forward strongly and powerfully. It's masculine energy, and so I'm really excited that that's going to come out of retrograde, and that is going to speed up a lot of our manifestations, especially depending on what house that falls in your chart. We also, on the 26th, have a 7 planetary alignment, which is going to speed up manifestations profoundly. Because as you know, alignment basically just means harmony, balance. There's going to be a lot of agreement within the planetary alignments that happens energetically. And so they're going to offer their energies in a positive and aligned ways. And that's going to speed up any manifesting that you are doing at this time. And so that's really exciting. And I believe that holds until the middle of April. I'll have to look back at that to make sure, and in a future video I will confirm that. But that 7 planetary alignment, that's profound. We're going to have actually a really amazing next couple of months energetically. So look forward to that. On the 27th, we have a new moon in Pisces. One second, sorry about that. So this new moon in Pisces is going to do a lot for us in the area of individual dreaming and imagination and intuition. Pisces being the most intuitive sign, this is going to be a great time to really hone in your listening into your intuition and being able to glean information from that source. And interestingly, we've moved into the North Node in Pisces, which we will be in until, I believe, July of 2026. And some things to know about the North Node being in Pisces, and now a new moon in Pisces, which is going to compound these factors, is that in Pisces, the ability to flow, because it is the fish, it's symbolized by the fish, and it's a water sign. So being able to flow between tasks and between energies is going to be really important. To be rigid or try to set a really tight schedule and then not be willing to flow, is you're going to be going off and against the current of Piscean energy, which is to flow with life kind of naturally and intuitively. Go from task to task and maybe not complete something, but go to something else and then come back to it. And in that little process about following that spiritual intuitive hit to do that, you may find that in that little intern some really cool creative idea comes to you about the completion of that project that can be amazing. And that is kind of how the Piscean energy works, as it is two fish tied together and swimming in opposite direction, and there's always a flow. If you've ever watched a school of fish, they just all turn at once, and that's all an intuitive process for them. Their connection is spiritual. So to go with the flow and understand that you're going to be very intuitively sensitive, more so than at normal times. So this is again a really great time for the master builder and wisdom to be combined, and to do some introspection and try to find some of the things in life that maybe learning through will help your path forward. And then also Pisces for me is about self-care. It's about being sensitive to your personal needs and loving yourself more. One of the really interesting things about this moon is that we're at the 9th degree, and which is the degree of success and mastery. And also it's connecting to Jupiter, which is abundance and expansion. So again, the heightened ability to manifest, we're going to see a lot of excuse me, really fast moving energy, and things that you think about are going to manifest very quickly in your life. So be careful what you think about, because it will happen very quickly. And then it also opens the gateway to what will be our eclipse season, and that will begin about towards the end of April, about the 27th of April. But right now, the energies of healing, transformation, manifesting, spiritual gifts, and intuitive processes are going to be very heightened, and so this is a really great time. I'm very excited. I did pull some cards out for us to go over, some major arcana cards, and I'm going to... Okay, so I've called in our guides and cleaned the cards, and I've set out the cards that I think are most indicated in the spiritual energies for what we just discussed on the portals. And we're going to start with the Emperor in honor of the Master Builder number 222, and because he is the spiritual culmination of all of the energies of the kings, and so he's kind of where the buck stops, and he puts a stamp of approval on things that he spiritually is offering for us to manifest in our life. And then the next card that I selected is the Chariot, because it is the fastest moving energy in the major arcana. It is the energy that we take forward and that we align. We have to align the energies within us. And in this deck, there is if you can see, a light horse and a dark horse, both. And the light horse and the dark horse indicate the light and dark energies, or the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang energies that are within you. And the person driving the cart never does have reins, and so it is the intuitive process and the balancing of those two energies that sends the chariot forward. And so I thought that was really a great card to use for this. And then the next one that I chose is the Magician. And the Magician is not unlike the Fool. He's one who keeps his star in front of him, and his star guides him, and he alchemizes the energy. He has enough wisdom and enough understanding, and I thought with the number 9 wisdom, that this was a perfect card to use. But the Magician is the one who manifests the things that he wants, and he does so knowing that he can, because he has walked the path enough and has enough understanding of his own power. And then for an overall energy for the reading in honor of Pisces and the new moon of Pisces, I selected the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is the ruler of our intuitive processes. While she always knows everything that would be good to do in a situation, she doesn't always give that information away. You a lot of times will have to go and seek it, ask for it. And although she will be pushing at you, if you're getting too far off your path, she'll be prompting you, and that will come you know, before say a tower would, or one of those moments. So I selected, and this is the Dark Fairy, or the Red Fairy Tarot. Yeah, Red Fairy Tarot. I think it's really a pretty deck. And then I selected the Moon Tarot for clarifiers, and I thought today we just do it a little different. I thought I'd just flip out a few cards for each and just see what Spirit might, how much Spirit would want to say about each thing. So, Spirit, what about the Emperor? What would you want to know in honor of this Master Builder portal that we're in? What would you want us to know more about the Emperor? The energy of building. The Fool's at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so foundations, building foundations builds everything. Knight of Wands, passionately moving that which you want to build outside of yourself. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, you make a plan. Okay, beautiful. That's beautiful energy. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. So building something, building your foundation, building those things that are important to you in 3D, manifesting things in the 3D, using your mind to do so. And then the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, Knights are always about taking what is within you outside of yourself, and Wand energy is always very passionate. And so it's coming from a very spiritually driven place. And then the last card out is the Knight of Pentacles, and again, taking things outside of yourself. But the Pentacles are about 3D work, and they're going to balance what they want and what it's going to take to get it. They're not going to move very fast. The Pentacle energy actually is going to move fairly slow, but it's very methodical. It's going to do a really good job of laying everything out. So let's take a look at this, at the Chariot. Spirit, what would you want to give us for the Chariot? A 10 of Cups. Yes, fulfillment and love. That is the goal. That is what you want to move towards. Fulfillment and love and abundance. That's a card of abundance. And then we have the Chariot again. Move forward. Queen of Swords. So, wow, this is so beautiful. This is such beautiful energy. There really is a lot of energy right now to build the things that you want and to do it quickly. And the Chariot, the thing that to move forward to building is the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is fulfillment and love. It's loving your career. It's loving the people around you. It's loving your family. It's your friends. It's your network that supports you. It's loving the self. The 9 of Cups, which is personal individual wish fulfillment, comes before the 10 of Cups. In fact, you can't get to the 10 of Cups until you have moved through the energy of the 9 of Cups. Everything goes in succession, and the 10 indicates the end of a cycle, a completion, or a fulfillment of a cycle. And so loving yourself will absolutely be included in that 10 of Cups. And then the next card we have is the Chariot, and the Chariot, clarifying the Chariot for me is just confirmation that go forward. Do this. The energy is here for you to do this, so go for it. And then the last card out is the Queen of Swords. And while the Queen of Swords can sometimes get a bad rap because she can be accused of being a little bit cold, she's not cold. It's a receptive energy, and she's a queen who knows her worth. And but it is a mental energy, and what she will want is to have all the information. Give me the information so that I know how to make a judgment, a clear and concise judgment on this subject. And as far as moving forward, that is a really good idea. And you have a couple of kind of slow, methodical energies. And while the Queen of Swords isn't exactly slow, she does want all the information before she's going to make a decision. And so I think with her and this Knight of Pentacles together, it's really understanding how to build, how to ask for your manifestation, and using your mind, understanding that your mind is where a lot of your manifestation is going to come from, because your mind is going to direct the thoughts that you have, is going to generate the feelings that then are generated, and from the feelings you're going to draw back to you the physical manifestation of what your thoughts are provoking within you for an emotional response. Okay, then let's take a look at this Magician. This is a really beautiful energy. I love this. We have some really great stuff to look forward to over the next month and a half, for sure. For sure. Don't forget to go with the flow. We're in Pisces North Node, so being, methodical and being strict with yourself is not going to be the best way to manifest and the best way to move quickly forward. It's actually going to be a flowing energy, because that's where the creativity is going to live. We have the Empress. Ooh, I love that. The Empress is our first card out, and she is ultimately the ultimate female builder. When you have the Emperor and the Empress both in a... that's a lot of cards. You really want that many, Spirit? When the Emperor and the Empress both are in a reading, that reading for me always indicates that there's a great deal of balance, or there is a great deal of balance to be obtained, which with 7 planetary alignment, balance is in harmony are going to be very easy to achieve. And the Empress is often depicted as pregnant. While she's not in this card, a lot of times she's depicted as being pregnant. And so she's pregnant with ideas. She's pregnant with, it can be a child, but of course not always a child. She's pregnant with life-giving information. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Sun. Okay, we'll take them. Yes, okay. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so then the next card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is the master builder coming from a receptive, intuitive heart space. And Piscean energy is receptive energy too. It's also a feminine energy, just as the Queen of Swords is. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. But I think that right out in both of those, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles are both feminine energies. And Pisces being a feminine energy, I really feel like, as the Magician, and manifesting in this time, first of all, understanding your worth, because the Empress knows her worth. There's no question. And the Queen of Pentacles, of all the queens, is the queen that knows her worth. And she's usually the richest also, so the most abundant queen. But coming from that receptive energy, standing to receive, and understanding that you don't have to do, you don't have to, as masculine energy would, you don't have to do a lot, but just understanding that you have worth within you, and standing to receive back to you a reflection of that worth. As you give yourself love, a lot of that stuff is going to come to you through your feminine energies, rather than going and getting it like in a more masculine way. But the next card out is the Ace of Wands, and the ace is for me is Ace is Wands. So the ace is for me are always about starting something new, and also starting with you. Everything has to start with the self, and the Ace of Wands, wands are fire energy, so that's passionate energy. So as you begin something, or as you decide that you're going to manifest something, starting with your energy and passionate energy. And then the next card we have is the Queen of Wands. Yes, the Queen of Wands. Which is, again, receptive feminine energy. So standing to receive, understanding your worthiness, and passionately loving yourself, and knowing that just doing that makes you the Magician. Just doing that is going to bring to you a lot of the things that you are wanting to manifest. And then the last thing is the Sun. This is really, really beautiful. This is a beautiful reading. And the Sun card, you don't have to do much in order to feel good when the sun is out. If you go outside and just allow the sun to, you know, hit your body and be on your face and stuff, it just feeds your soul. And your manifestations should definitely feed you. Your manifestations, if you were looking to create happiness, which the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck and always indicates that happiness is there for you to have, that spiritual energy, it's being offered to you. And being the last card in that, in what came out there with the Magician, if you'll just look to be happy, if you'll just decide within yourself that nothing in your life has to change for you to be happy, that happy energy, just those feelings of love, just going out and let the sun nourish you, nourish your soul, and just being happy, being in that moment, being in that receptive feminine energy, not feeling the need to actually do anything necessarily, but just to be in that energy and actively understand that loving yourself is enough to bring the things that you want into being. And then I was just going to do a couple of cards for this High Priestess and kind of an overall energy for the whole reading. I think I'll actually shuffle once or twice first. Okay, Spirit, what about the High Priestess? This Piscean high intuitive energy. What would you say about the High Priestess and then overall energy for the reading? The Tower. The Tower kind of on its side, a little bit in reverse. And so maybe there will be a moment of clear insight, or maybe there has been moments of clear insight that you just need to go back and look at. Maybe this isn't so much, I feel like this isn't so much an active tower, but maybe go back as you look for that wisdom from the numerology energy of 9 of this year in this portal that has to do with, you know, master building your spiritual understanding. I feel like that tower, something's pushing up on my heart space right there. So there's definitely a tower, or has been a tower, that there's more energy and more understanding to be gleaned from. So possibly go back in a quiet moment and ask about this energy. What could be understood from this tower? Maybe something that has already happened in the past. And then we have the King of Swords. So dispassionately, somewhat, after you've cleared the energy, after you've felt what there is to feel there, then with logic and understanding maybe both sides of whatever that tower moment had to do with, and the tower is going to be different for everyone, and it's something that you'll have to introspect on. But the King of Swords is, when he comes, he says, just like the Queen, I need the information, so gather as much of the information, and a lot of that is going to come, again, we're clarifying, this High Priestess is going to come through the intuitive processes. So allow the intuition to come to you. It may not all come to you on one day. It could come and trickle in over time. It might be a dream that you have later, or just a blip of something that happened that comes to your mind that has something to do with that tower or led up to the tower. But the King of Swords, he's going to make a very decisive, actionable plan in response to whatever that tower was, and whatever understanding that he cultivates from it. And that's going to add to your personal spiritual arsenal. So that's very, very important. There's something there to definitely be looked at. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So balancing the energies, because I could show you this card. Balancing the energies that are around you and within you. I thought we would pull a card from the messages from the universe deck. Spirit, what would you have for a card or two for this reading? I'm just going to shuffle once or twice more. Okay, let's see. There it is. This is beautiful energy this month, though. 1 second. When you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being here and in the now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Definitely. I think this really is speaking to this tower. And as you go back and you glean energy from that tower, understand that you are also, in doing that, strengthening the use of your intuitive processes, this is going to be a great time period, the next month and a half or two, to actually do that, because the energies are just so present, for that to be heightened. And then I have another deck I don't remember the name of. Believe in your own magic. Because it feels, with the Magician, I thought this just feels, the energy before I sat down, I thought this just feels magical. And so we picked the Spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Yes, sing your song, honey. Sing your song. Definitely. Don't be afraid to sing. And 43, 4 is the number of foundations, and 3 is the number of creativity, which actually add up to 7, and that is spiritual perfection. So I think this is really beautiful. Spirit, is there another one that you want us to have? Or is that all for today? Any more? Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. Okay, I think that just indicates the tower, and that's 44. And 44 is the number of master foundations. So use this tower, use that storm to propel something. There's something back there that needs to go, that you need to go back and get out of it, that's going to benefit your life in some beautiful ways. And possibly you may have a mental shift from it, some epiphany mental shift from it that you weren't ready at the time that it happened to take out. And that tower could have happened 2 days ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago. But ask the Divine Spirit, and it'll come to you. They can't wait to give it to you. I have found. So anyway, I hope that helps you, and I really look forward to the next couple of months, and I'm sure you do too after listening to all of this. So be blessed. Namaste.